fracture. Thousands tried to stop will go on in just a few hours.
Our Cindy Garza is live at the State Fairgrounds with more. Cindy, what is the mood like out there?
Well, Tracy and Jennifer, these kids are geared up and they are ready to go. Check out the line here. There's probably a little over 100 kids here. I say kids because a lot of them are under the age of 18. Now, since the concert is general admission, a few have been waiting in line out here since 7 o'clock this morning, so they'll be close to the stage. They say the group is definitely worth their while.
You know, and like we met them before, and they're like real nice. You know, I mean, they're just like everybody else.
He's real sexy.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Takes off all of his clothes. I think he's fabulous. He throws a good concert too.
It's not a package. Marilyn Manson played in Lubbock last night, and from what police there say, all the hype about Satan worship and animal sacrifices was just that, hype. Manson reportedly left the stage laughing, many believe all the way to the bank. All the hype is reportedly increasing ticket sales. Oklahoma State Fair Board officials say they've sold about 3,500 tickets and expect to sell many more at the door. So who knows, this could be a sellout. Reporting live from the State Fairgrounds, I'm Cindy Garza. Now back to you.
All right, thank you, Cindy. Well, if hard rock is not your cup of tea, there are some alternatives for people to do tonight instead of going to the concert.
It's concert night for Marilyn Manson. The controversial rock group has raised hairs in Oklahoma for its on-stage behavior and questionable lyrics. And today, the band met with the Oklahoma City Police Department as well as the fairgrounds management to set some behavior boundaries. Nobody's saying what the rules are exactly, but we do know the group says it will comply with all requests. Last night, Marilyn Manson played Lubbock, Texas, and the police department there called the concert uneventful.
Tamara Pratt is covering that story. She'll have the latest on it at 10 o'clock tonight.
I don't know what happens.
Yep.
So we're also watching some winter weather headed this way.
Oklahoma's Channel 5.
Out of the State Fairgrounds tonight.
Metro parents groups had protested the concert for weeks. Still, tickets for the concert went fast, but they never sold out. Before today, only 3,500 had been sold, with 1,500 seats still open. By showtime, 3,800 people had packed in to see the concert. And there was some tension in the crowd.
News 9's Tamara Pratt standing by out at the fairgrounds where Marilyn Manson is on the stage. Tamara?
Certainly is, Kelly. Marilyn Manson just took the stage a few moments ago. According to authorities here at the fairgrounds, no problems with the band. Now go ahead and take a look outside. What you're seeing here, the group gathered outside the doors. This is a church group, various church groups from around the city who are gathering here with their own messages, waiting for people when they get out of the show that's supposed to wrap up here in about 30 minutes. Now, you mentioned an incident. Before the concert, the anticipation level here was fairly high. We did have one incident, as you mentioned, where a child, a young youth, I should say, was hit in the head with a beer bottle. All this happened before the big event.
One more time, when you get up here, say, yes, I want to be searched. It's that easy. Once again, no knives, weapons, mace, camera...
Thousands of Manson fans lined up, and tonight it was their turn to speak out.
They say that he simulates sex on stage. Have you ever watched daytime TV?
Do you think it's really as bad as it sounds?
No. Everybody just made it be all big, bigger than it was. They sold like 500 tickets before the news started about it, and now it's sold out. Exactly, because they made it.
Blessed are those who wash their robes, that they may have the right to the tree of life.
On the other side of the barricade, people with another message.
Jesus.
Moments later, the two sides clashed.
Hit him in the head with a box. We stay over here and let you guys do your own thing.
These group supporters say Manson is harmless, and security was there to ensure it.
And I just pray that you would just come over the fairgrounds right now, God.
Across town, an alternative to the concert. Church groups bowed their heads in prayer, offering what they call a positive solution to Manson's negative message. And we did tell you about that young man who was hit in the beer bottle with a beer bottle in the head. He was transported from the area. Actually, he walked away from the area, was bandaged up. He didn't want any kind of assistance from EMSA here at the scene. Now, as far as any other arrests, there's only been one arrest. A youth under the age of 18 obviously was escorted out of here for disorderly conduct. Police tell us he was throwing beer bottles inside the venue. Kelly, Jennifer.
And Marilyn Manson on the stage now, and police are inside the building making sure things don't get out of hand. Tamara Pratt out at the fairgrounds.
There were certain stipulations that Manson could not, there are certain things he couldn't do here tonight. So it seems to be going okay at this point. We'll have to see towards the end of the concert.
All right. Thanks, Cherokee.
Well, the controversy surrounding Marilyn Manson sparked many Christian organizations and businesses to come together and offer alternatives to tonight's concert. And one of those alternatives is a concert called Mocha Madness in Midwest City. Nearly 200 people have turned out tonight to listen to 3 different bands, all played Christian music. Mocha Madness continues until midnight tonight, and the admission is free.
Well, tonight we'll tell you what went on inside that concert that left this young woman hospitalized.
Well, we'll get groups protesters worried about what concert goers would see inside the show. Marilyn Manson has allegedly performed sex acts on stage, performing in a G-string. But tonight, we know one high school student went to the concert and is hospitalized. She was severely injured during the concert and says she's glad she wasn't scarred for life. News Channel 4's Rhonda Hughes is on the Night Beat with the story.
You've seen the crowds the concert drew. You've seen the T-shirts, the makeup, and the unique hairstyles. Now, a look at people who left the concert hurt, even bloody.
Well, you know, it's a concrete floor. You go up, you come down, you hit your head, and it's all over. Little token if they come. Oh, yeah, that's great.
We couldn't take our cameras inside the show, but we saw at least 3 people at the event leaving bloodied. Some injuries from what's called crowd surfing. This is what it looks like. This video comes from a 1992 concert in Norman. Someone is lifted into the air and passed over the crowd from person to person, sometimes with dangerous consequences.
I was scared out of my mind because I didn't know what was going on.
Tanya Alcaraz says she didn't want to crowd surf at Manson's concert, and the experience put her in Norman Regional Hospital. The 20-year-old woman is only 4'11" and weighs just 110 pounds.
Somebody just grabbed me and threw me in the air, and that's where I started. I was above the crowd, and then next thing I know, I landed down on my head and I blacked out.
Tanya's parents picked her up and took her to the hospital. Doctors tell her she has a skull fracture at the base of her skull.
Consider dizziness to be light.
Tanya says she feels lucky to be alive after the fall.
I was freaking out. I was worried that I'd get dropped because I've seen so many people get dropped before doing that, and there I got dropped.
Her doctors say the injury could have been much worse. It could have left her brain damaged, even dead.
And tonight we can tell you Tanya says she will go back to concerts, but she won't get in the middle of the crowd. She'll stay to the outside. She tells us she's considering taking some type of legal action because she doesn't feel the security people at the concert helped her enough.
All right, Rhonda Hughes reporting from our newsroom. Thank you.
Perez is in the hospital with a skull fracture tonight. She says she got it while she was crowd surfing. She says afterward nobody would help her.
We couldn't find anyone to help us. We ended up wandering on the concert for like 2.5 hours just to find help. Every time we tried to get help, they just ignore us and tell us to go away.
Tanya says she finally had to call her parents, who took her to the hospital in Norman. She and her family say they are considering a lawsuit against the Fair Board for not providing enough security.
Well, the man trying to put in a strip